This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to INCRadio, Orange County, California. My name is Brother Addison Satelli from the local of Anaheim, and we're doing a little something different today. My voice for choir is tenor. And then I'm joined today with...
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our viewers this morning. We have a very special episode because we are recapping the U.S. choir gathering that was recently held in Texas. I'm Sister Jenica from the local of Anaheim, and my voice is soprano. And we're very happy to introduce our guests today. I'll pass it over to Sister Heidi first.
Hello po, I'm Sister Heidi Ramos from the local of Long Beach, and my voice is alto.
Yay!
And hello po, I'm Sister Kyla. I'm also from Long Beach, and my voice is soprano.
Hello po, I'm Brother Jansen from Long Beach po, and my voice is bass.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you to our guests from Long Beach for being our guests today, and we're very happy to have shared the weekend with all of you. As you can see, we brought our little giveaways and souvenirs from this weekend, which we will go over in a bit. But just to start off our discussion, when did you first become a choir member, Sister Kyla?
So I became a choir member way back when. I'm trying to remember. I think I was 6 years old when I started training, and I was like one of the shortest in the choir. Yeah, of course, because you're young. I'm still one of the shortest now. But yeah, I was 6 years old when I started.
So you're always sitting on the edge.
Yes,
short.
I'm always on the end.
She's always the last one for processional. How about you, Sister Heidi?
I was born and raised in the church, so being a choir member has always been a part of my life. So of course, after City Best Choir, you move on to adult choir. But then later on, you start to feel like, this is important, this is a duty that I should uphold. It's not like because I was born in the church and because I started it, but it becomes something that you do for God.
That's very important and very meaningful, especially when we join the choir at a young age. It just grows even more meaning as we get older. How about you, Brother Jansen?
I became a choir member when I was around 6 or 7 years old, and I was introduced by Kanana actually in our local, who was the choir leader during this time. And she just came up to me and she was like, do you want to become a choir member like outside our chapel? And from that point on, I've been a choir member ever since.
Shout out to Kanana.
And I actually wanted to ask Sister Jenica, when did you become a choir member?
I think I joined choir when I was also 6 or 7. And since we're kind of sharing who inspired us to be choir members, I want to give a shout out to my dad, Ka Jimson, who's in the local of Long Beach, for being in choir with me throughout my whole life. And how about you, Brother Addy?
I believe I joined choir when I was 8 years old, and then funny memory I have is like the very first time when I was practicing my voice, I didn't know how to sing really or how to place my voice. So instead of like, singing hot, like with my head tone, I was like singing like a bass as a kid. So I was like, but yeah, also the one who inspired me to join choir was my mom, because she's been a choir member for a very long time. And then I know we kind of touched upon it, but leading into the next question, are there any like certain memories you have from choir that kind of stuck with you, especially like maybe during this CWS time or when you were still a child? Let's start with Brother.
Something that stood out was usually after every maybe year-end Thanksgiving, say around maybe 2016, 2017, around this time, we have these like trophies at the end of the year-end when like they give like awards, awards, and they would give these out as like an end or like a memoir for like the end of the year to like congratulate these like us to the very end, be like maybe it would be like most improved or like most intelligent or like mostly groomed, something like that.
Yes, we still do that today, so it's always nice seeing the kids really excited about it. How about you, Sister Kylie?
Well, Brother Jansen was talking about it earlier. He mentioned also like after Thanksgiving, they would take us to Chuck E. Cheese, and then all of us, the choir members, we would hang out there, and it was really fun just to be with everyone outside of the chapel.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
Yeah, I really enjoyed our CWS field trips and being in choir back then. I always enjoyed the goodie bags after year-end Thanksgiving. There's always a nice treat for the CWS. How about you, Brother Addy?
I would also agree with both topics you mentioned. Like, I think the last year I was in my old local, we had choir member of the year. So it was like my last kind of like parting gift, I guess you could say, from CWS choir. And then of course also, the goodie bags always so nice. Just like after you're done performing and then you get like something to eat or just in general to enjoy. And then of course we didn't forget you, Sister Heidi. Did you want to share as well?
I also remember there were times in between where we would wait for the adult worship service because they were practicing, and we had that time to just bond and spend time together and talk about what happened. It was really nice.
Yeah, so all of us here, we've been choir members since we were very young, 6 or 7 years old, and we've been choir members all throughout our lives so far. So with that in mind, we've grown through different phases of our lives, but we've remained as choir members. So what are some challenges that maybe you have faced through the years as a choir member, and how did you overcome them?
For me, my struggle was learning how to balance my time. I still am trying to learn that, but because being a choir member takes such a great sacrifice that you have to really learn and push yourself and really ask for God's help in learning how to balance your choir life and your life outside, like school and work and family, social. That's one of the challenges that I still am dealing with today, but it's very worth it.
Yes.
I agree with Sister Heidi, especially as you grow older and you get more obligations and you get busier, so life kind of gets a bit harder. It's easy to want to find a way out, but in the end, what's the best thing for us is to find solace in being a choir member and find peace and find strength in performing our duties as a choir member.
Yes.
Going off of what Sister Heidi had said, it's the same situation of managing my time and trying to make sure to prioritize being a choir member over, because sometimes scheduling can be a lot different or a lot difficult to say, and it's a challenge to have to make sure both of them are balanced with each other.
And then just kind of to touch on all your points, I mean, the best example you could say is just with the choir special gathering we had in Texas in the first place. A lot of people had to call off work or plan much ahead of time in order to make that activity and really enjoy that experience for all of us together.
I think all your points you mentioned are very important, is time management and prioritizing our duties. And I think no matter what phase we go through in life or any change, our duty as choir members helps us stay grounded in our faith and helps us really find peace, as you mentioned, Sister Kyla, through our hymn singing and through the performance of our duties. So going back in time, if you were to see your younger self again as a CWS choir, what is something that you would tell them, your younger self, or encourage your younger self as a choir member?
I would tell myself to stop yelling so much. But as a choir member when I was younger, I think I would tell myself to actually blend with the choir.
Very important.
I was so adamant on, you need to be loud. The choir needs to be loud. We're so quiet. And then it's just straight up yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same, I think, because it takes a strain on our voice, especially as a soprano.
Yes.
Help our voices grow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Even now, coming off of Sister Kyla and Sister Heidi, it's the same as now in adult choir, where during the first time when they said they put me as bass, I was just putting my voice as low as possible.
Yeah.
And I'm listening into it now, it's you don't need to do all of that. It's just in your diaphragm or in your head tone, doing all of that.
It's funny you mentioned that because I actually had the opposite experience where I was kind of shy to like really sing out at first, so I would focus on like trying to listen and blend with the choir members around me. But then at the same time, like as I became more experienced, it was like, okay, no, I can be loud and like still like harmonize or sound well with the rest of the choir.
I would say the same. I think just because we were very young, I was shy to kind of sing out loud, but as I got older, I think I learned to try to take care of my voice more and appreciate, being able to sing in the choir. So, yeah, it's been great to even grow up with Brother Addy in choir. He's a really good soloist.
Aww, okay.
Soon to be soloist right here too.
Oh, sample.
Okay, before we get into our next segment, we're going to read some comments and greetings in the live chat. Shout out to the local of Long Beach who is tuning in. Great to see everyone this past weekend. See here. Who else do we have, Brother Addy?
I know we are joined with some of our ministers in our district, especially our district minister called Hansel de Dios. So thank you for tuning in, po. We really appreciate the continued support for every time we have a broadcast here in OCC.
Yes, we have a comment from Ka Andy, our CFO overseer, saying greetings to our choir members who are devoted to their duties and to their families who are always supportive in their performance. So shout out to all the choir members and thank you to our families as well for your support. Shout out to Brother Kobe. He says, read me, Sister Jenica. Shout out to Brother Kobe. And to everyone who is in the live chat. Sister Hannah Soriano, she says, choir day was so much fun. Meeting and running into brethren at the airport and possibly having the same flight as them was amazing to see, knowing we were all headed to the same destination. Yes, so in my flight, a lot of brethren were on the same flight. I think on the way to Texas was almost all of Region 2. So it was really fun to just be able to travel with the co-choir members in our district. Do you have any shout-outs, Brother Addy?
Shout-outs, well, of course, the local of Long Beach for, since you are our guest today, and as well for all those in Region 2. But I also wanted to mention too, like for the flight, I believe a lot of the brethren in my flight were from the local of Los Angeles.
Okay,
so they were flying, and I was just surprised because the flight was at 5 in the morning, so to see a lot of brethren being up at that time just for the flight was very inspiring and also nice to see. Kind of.
Yes, I think you were all eager and just very excited to travel. So very exciting opportunity. So now going into recapping this past weekend, can you share with us what was a very special moment that stood out to you from our gathering, Brother Jensen?
A special moment that stood out in the gathering was singing the hymns of praises, because when we're in the arena itself, you can hear like every voice clearly. You can even hear the CEBSI standing out during like the doxology, for example, hitting their S1s, or like the sopranos on like one side and the altos on the other, as well as like, let's say for example in my case, the basses that were all around. You can hear all of our voices blending together, all like acting as one voice.
I'm the same. I feel the same way. Just seeing the sheer amount of choir members from all over the United States in one place, that's, I think, is once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to hear that many choir members in one sitting. And it was such a beautiful, like it sounded almost angelic. And so it was very spiritual and uplifting to know that there's all these choir members and we're all going through similar things and we're all here together to serve God.
Yeah. I really like in the beginning when they were teaching the CWS, they were so cute with their voices. And they're like, thank you, sister. They're so cute. And we were all clapping for each other. It was so nice. And then I remember when we were singing, it just like, you could see the Hanmoon,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It was really nice, like hearing each other. We sounded like a choir.
Yes, yeah.
Like a recording, the recordings.
Almost like the recordings.
So,
How about you, Brother Addy?
I would also have to say like the one that stood out to me the most was like the CEBSI choirs and being able to see them perform all together and like take up that whole section. But also, what was it? For the choir special gathering, I feel like it was really uplifting and inspiring. Just hearing how many districts were there, because I think they did a district roll call and it took like maybe 15 to 20 minutes just to get through every single district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, going from like as close as to here in California, but all the way to, for example, Micronesia.
Yeah.
So that was very interesting to hear.
That was the farthest one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
16 hours.
Yeah, wow.
Yes.
Shout out to the District of Micronesia for traveling all the way to Texas. It was nice to see all of you both. It's hard to pick a favorite moment because everything was just so special. Like you mentioned, the gathering, the CWS choir, and just having all the choir members gather together in one place. It was just all very special and truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It was very uplifting and helps reinforce our love for our duty as choir members. We want to say a special thank you first and foremost to our district for your support for all the choir members in our Texas gathering. And we're about to go into sharing some of our souvenirs from this weekend. But we first and foremost want to thank our district minister, Ka Hansel, for our clear bags that helps the choir members pack efficiently, especially for our weekend events. So let's get right into it. We're going to share some of our essentials from this weekend. I'll start with Sister Heidi.
Yes.
Yay! Okay, so this is the haul. So this is the clear bag. Thank you, Boka Hansel. And I think every choir member got one.
Yes.
And then this is our badge from the day of, where we had to wait in the line, grab our badges. And then it was so nice because when we sat in the stadium, they also gave us this super cute tote bag. Wait, actually.
Ooh, yes. I love the tote bag.
Oh my gosh. Finally something choir, like church choir related, like some merch. And I think that's all the merch from choir I have. I don't have a tumbler.
Yet.
Yes.
One day.
What were some of your clear bag essentials, Sister Kyla?
Okay, I was a bit extra, but thank you, Boka Hansel, for the clear bags. They are cute. But I did get my own pink cute bag, and it's not filled like how I had it filled, but I had it showing off like a cute little things here. But yeah, I also have the badge, and one thing that I did put in the badge they didn't was actually a mirror for the sisters next to me.
Oh,
so
wow.
after we were done crying, like, you guys can check
had a
yourself.
mirror.
Yeah, you guys can check yourself.
I needed that.
Yeah. So just right in here. But yeah, that's about it.
I brought with me my badge. A funny story about this is that I almost lost the ticket. And we were running around in the hotel, and I finally remembered, like, as soon as we were leaving, that the ticket was actually in my wallet the whole time.
Oh, okay.
It was in my wallet the whole time. But thankfully, by the end of it, we found it and still managed to go to the event.
Yay.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right, it was kind of foreshadowed, but I'll go ahead
We're
and
gonna do
show
an
what's
unboxing.
inside this box.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Special edition choir gathering tumbler.
Yes.
Limited edition.
Insulated.
Yes, I actually tried it on the flight back, filling it with water, and it did a very good job, of course.
Oh.
Now we can bring this to practice and stay hydrated. Awesome. I love the mirror. I wish I knew that little hack because I needed one.
Oh,
I
it's
wish
from
I sat
Daiso.
next to you.
It's not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
My clear bag had like, what do I need? Like powder, tissue,
Yes.
everything. So thank you to our district for the clear bags. And I also have my badge as well. I think I kept my QR code and my ticket in the back just so I wouldn't lose it. It was all very special. We got some of these souvenirs from the booths. So just to go over some of the interactive booths that we had this past weekend, was there a booth that you all participated in that you really enjoyed?
Sadly, I didn't get to look at the booths. No, I saw them when I was walking in, but I couldn't participate because we were so late going back to the stadium.
Oh, okay, that's okay.
But it was so nice because I saw like we got to see the old choir robes.
Yes,
And there's this
it was
one
very
choir
special.
robe. It was so pretty. Like the sleeves, they looked like angels. Like they looked like wings. It was so pretty.
Wow.
And Then there was this other booth where you could like check your posture and like check how you're
Yes, posture
singing.
check.
Posture check.
And it was really nice. They also had resume, to check your resume, and then this one I really wanted to go to. It was you can take your headshot, and I was
Oh,
like,
yes.
I could
Professional headshots, I
update
remember.
my profile
Update your
photo.
Telegram photo.
Telegram.
It was nice.
For me, I'm the same because this is my sister, and we went to the same,
Oh, yeah,
same
same.
areas.
Same
Yes.
itinerary.
So I did not get to see the booths either. We were kind of getting lost because all the brothers.
There's a
were
lot,
there.
yeah.
People
Yeah.
was packed.
But also seeing the old hymn books, it was very nostalgic. This
Oh, the old
green
green
hymn
one.
book.
Yes.
Yes.
The paper with no plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It took me back. Yeah.
For me, I also sadly did not get to go to the booths. However, there was the picture booth at the very end near the stairs, and you just see a bunch of like choir members coming up, coming down, and they're even taking pictures for each other. Like you can see like everyone from like all different regions, all different places, and then all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because I think at that specific photo booth, took one photo for some brethren, and then I stayed there for about 10 to 15 minutes taking pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually. But yes, the booths were really fun, and then another one that was right next to that was the karaoke booth, and I found it
Yes.
very entertaining because at
Yeah.
first, some brethren were, singing like solo, but then
Yeah.
as people caught on, I think a lot of the ones who participated chose songs that people can sing along to, so you just hear like everyone in this, the vicinity just singing along
That's
too, which was
cute.
nice.
So cute.
Harmonizing.
Yeah, even after the gathering.
Aww.
It was so fun. I really enjoyed participating in the like what you mentioned, the vocal and the posture check booth, because posture check. I never thought that that's like gonna be a booth that's actually applicable to what we do as choir members. But there was an activity where we had to practice our breathing techniques and blow into like a straw and help like a ping pong ball go through an obstacle course, which I thought was a unique way to train and practice our breathing techniques as choir members. So that was really cool. There was also a lot of giveaways like the tumbler, choir day pouches, which I didn't get to get my hands on. Yeah, there were so many souvenirs and also stickers as well. So it was nice to go around the booths. And as you mentioned, there was resume and networking stations as well. So I think it's very nice that not only were we able to have the spiritual growth and renewed strength from our special gathering, but also being able to connect with our brethren with their professional endeavors as well. So it was very neat to be part of those booths.
Yes. And then the next question I wanted to ask all of us is, what lesson or inspiration would you say you took from this experience now that we had some time to reflect from this special gathering? We'll start with Sister Heidi.
Like for me, what I realized, like being a choir member, like this is my life. Like when I'm old, like I will be like a choir member. Like it felt so spiritual, the whole, like not even just the lesson or the prayers, just being there with each other and understanding that we all like have had so many sacrifices, like not only to be there, but to like be able to perform our duties all the time. Every worship service is different, every lesson is different, every every lineup is different, and it's just nice to know that we all share that same feeling. We share this duty, everything that comes with it, not just like within church, but like throughout our life.
Yes. What was also inspiring is how I know there are some brethren who actually gave up their spots so that their choir member family members can be in attendance.
Oh, wow.
And it just shows how it goes beyond you as a choir member. It extends to the family and how they also sacrifice, because when you're performing your duty, you might be away from your family members, and that in itself is inspiring to know.
Yes.
I guess that like everyone had to make sacrifices, so like even getting there beforehand, like picking out the flight times, like can we get a hotel to to stay in for the day-long event, And then also going off of what Sister Kyla had said, being like you had to like really like your family members that came with you, they had to like also like do other things to sacrifice so that they could come along to the event with you.
Yeah.
I really like your guys' insight. I feel like you put everything together very eloquently, and I would definitely say from the choir special gathering that no matter where we're from, no matter where we're at within the United States or wherever we're performing choir, the choir discipline remains the same, and the way we perform our duties especially is very uniform and orderly. So that's something we can always take away from this.
Yeah, I hope we can have another opportunity to be all together again, maybe in the next few years to come. But something to look forward to. Brother Julian said maybe in Hawaii next year. But yes, there will always be more opportunities. And I think along with all you mentioned is very inspiring and really helps us perform each worship service and every special gathering like it's our last as choir members. So I'm really happy to have shared this past weekend with all of our guests and my co-hosts and all the brethren throughout the U.S. Before we wrap up, there was so much to talk about, and I know that we'll remember this event for the rest of our lives, but do you have any shout-outs, Sister Heidi?
I would like to shout out, I hope she's watching, I think she is watching, but my sister, our sister, Sister Leah Farr Ramos from the local of Long Beach.
Hi out there. Hi out there. I would shout out our choir leader from Long Beach, Sister Kui, who was
Shout out to Kakui.
shout out to Kakui, and shout out to Kanena and Kajimson.
Everyone.
I would like to shout out Gia Ella. I hope she's not asleep, and I hope she's watching at home, as well as everyone else watching at home. And yeah.
Nice. And then I'll shout out all the choir members that were there in Texas from all around the United States, from whichever district. We appreciate being able to meet a lot of you and also share that experience with everyone.
Yeah, and shout out again to all of our families who continue to support us in our duty as choir members. And shout out to all of the choir members who attended the U.S. special gathering. We hope to see all of you again. It was very nice to reunite with our family and friends from far distances. And like we all mentioned, we have so much to carry on forward with gaining from this activity. And before we wrap up, we want to give special thanks first and foremost to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Eranio V. Manalo, our Station Manager, Brother Wally Taray, our District Minister, Brother Hansel De Dios, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Joel Narciso, our District CFO Overseer, Brother Andy Nicolas, our Executive Producer, Brother Emmanuel Andaya, and of course our OCC INCRadio Createx. Thank you all for your support po, and to our whole district for your support in our activity. Thank you po, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you po.